Tapestry is a 5-piece rock and roll band behind 4 professional opera singers.
So you've got 100% opera, 100% rock, nothing is watered down. It's called Remove the Veil because these genres that seem to have something between them, that seem to keep them from being together, go together. That veil needs to be removed.
It's not a parody, it's not satire, it's not a weird cover where you completely change the style. It's really replacing an orchestra with a rock band and replacing rock singers with opera singers.
Music that totally blurs the genre lines and marries opera and rock and classical music and pop together to make this totally new thing.
At one point, at the end of one, we're doing 4 different pieces with Purple Rain, the Mozart, you're doing the Les Mis,
The Zeppelin, the Pink Floyd, Queen, David Bowie, all that kind of stuff. Let's stay there and mix that with the classical music.
and choral stuff we're doing from Carmina Burana.
Well-known pieces in the opera world, like E Lucevan le Stelle.
It's so complex, but when it fits, you find a pocket.
And it's different because it's not just here's a rock song, here's opera, here's rock, here's opera. It's here's rock that blends into opera, and then when the opera's going on, there's rock themes going on underneath it.
Nothing like this has really been done, at least not with these kinds of forces, not with real Met stage opera singers and real Nashville all-stars.
With my band, you've got 5 incredibly accomplished professional rock musicians.
Holli sings at the Met. Jonathan is the next Pavarotti.
One of the most sought-after dramatic tenors in this country.
Ben's a wizard. Gold comes out every time his fingers start working.
Danielle's incredible. Corey is one of the best that I've ever heard, and he's so charismatic. There aren't groups out there that have these wild card performers. It comes down to the individuality of each person involved, and if you take one away, it just wouldn't be nearly as special as it is.
This show is really going to help the evolution of opera. This, to me, is how contemporary opera should be now composed and presented to the public. It's not like an exclusive art form anymore. It's an art form that's inclusive to people who may really like rock bands or who like opera, but that it brings all of these people together to enjoy music and arts at the same time in the same room.
I think this show is going to appeal to the opera lover who's wondering what's next for opera, what's new in opera, what's opera going to be in the 21st century. I think this show appeals to the rock fan who feels like they've heard it all, or they miss a lot of the glory days of the 60s and 70s and 80s bands, the big arena bands.
Who wouldn't like it?
I mean, it's a little something for everybody.
It's not very often, I think, that you do something that you feel like it appeals to 20 to 65.
There is no pain you are receiving. A distant ship smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Yeah, it's smooth, but I can't hear what you say.
The energy in the room, the captivity, and the electricity provided by all the players.
It puts you in a zone, and I think it's gonna reach out to a lot of people.
If you come to this kind of open and ready, it's going to speak to you on some level and excite you in a way you weren't really expecting.
When John opens up his mouth and sings Nessun Dorma, they'll cry.
I think this show is going to appeal to anyone who just likes music.
What we want to show is that we're able to bring these things together to create a tapestry of beautiful music.